During a penalty kick, we pay most attention to the penalty taker and less to the goalkeeper. But do you know that just like the player, the goalkeeper also faces an enormous amount of pressure too? You see, the goalkeeper is trying to figure out which corner the kicker will send the ball into, and also wondering what to do just in case the keeper doesn't kick the ball in that direction. It's a tough mind game going on. In this video, we will be diving into the psychological effect of the penalty kick on the goalkeeper. How do they remain calm before a penalty? What strategies do they use to figure out which corner the kicker will shoot the ball to? Is saving a penalty all luck, or is there a way to master it? Let's find out. Penalty kicks have evolved over time, making it tougher for goalkeepers as referees enforce stricter rules on their actions during these critical moments. Saving penalties is an intricate skill that demands a mix of physical powers, mental strength, and strategic thinking. For goalkeepers, facing a penalty kick is among the most nerve-wracking situations in the game. Yet with proper preparation and execution, saving a penalty can be one of the most satisfying moments. Let's delve into the art of penalty saving and offer tips on becoming a successful goalkeeper in these scenarios. The challenge for goalkeepers during penalty kicks arises from the extremely limited time available. Once the ball is kicked, it takes around 500 milliseconds to reach the goal. The goalkeeper requires at least 600 milliseconds to dive to a side, and possibly up to 1,000 milliseconds to cover the top corner. Typically, the time the goalkeeper needs is less than what is available. This implies that goalkeepers often can't use information from the ball's flight to decide which side to dive, even though the information is most relevant because it specifies the ball's trajectory. Instead, goalkeepers are believed to rely on information available earlier, particularly details generated as the penalty taker's actions unfold during the run-up and the kick. Therefore, goalkeeping and penalty kicking is a perceptual and cognitive skill, and for cues from what the penalty taker is doing right before they take the penalty, as this will usually indicate the direction the ball will go. A goalkeeper's psychological analysis of a penalty taker always begins with their personality and getting into their dominant characteristics. Usually as a goalkeeper, these are the kinds of questions that go through your mind. Is the player arrogant? Most likely, especially if they're a professional footballer taking a highly pressurized penalty. Do you have a history with the player? Is there a genuine dislike, perhaps for a reason unknown even to yourself? Even if not based on any actual or perceived slight. Often, this kind of unfiltered animosity manifests in a desire to embarrass the goalkeeper, with the sentiment revealing itself in a tense psychological battle of the eyes. I'll come back to this in a second. But what if you're unfamiliar with the player currently facing you from the spot? Is he sporting those small white socks over his long socks? Does he have particularly vibrant, well-coiffed hair with a quirky asymmetrical fade? All these details suggest the player is a bit of a show-off, a confident footballing peacock with something to prove and a young goalie to embarrass. For goalkeepers, penalties bring less of a threat state and more of a challenge and an opportunity to be a hero, as pointed out by performance psychologist Tom Young to ESPN. Eric Steele, formerly United's goalkeeper, shares Young's perspective, stating that rules changes like keepers having to keep one foot on the line with VAR closely watching have tilted the penalty odds firmly in favor of the taker. Before we delve into the psychological and strategic aspects of penalty taking, it's crucial to emphasize the significance of physical preparation. A penalty kick essentially presents a wide-open shot from 12 yards away, contributing to its difficulty. Successfully stopping such a strike requires goalkeepers to be agile, quick, and reactive in a brief time frame. Concentrating on explosive lateral movements and building power in these moments before training is key to swiftly reaching the corners. Specific training drills include reaction drills, jumping exercises, and footwork drills can enhance your ability to cover the goal. A goalkeeper with solid physical skills can significantly increase their chances of making spectacular penalty saves that can turn the tide in games. These moments can be incredibly tense for goalkeepers. Calming your nerves and focusing on your breathing can make your body less tense and more prepared to make a save. Goalkeepers aren't typically expected to save penalty kicks, so the pressure should be on the shooter. Slowing your heart rate to a comfortable level and focusing on aspects you can control will help you excel in penalty situations. Penalty saving goes beyond physical ability. It's about mental strength. These situations involve both a mental and physical game. The shooter has numerous thoughts, trying not to reveal which side they plan to go. Other players on the field also attempting to get into the heads of the shooter and goalkeeper. Staying focused during penalty kicks can be challenging due to the mental games being played. Goalkeepers must be confident and focused when facing a penalty kick. Visualization techniques where goalkeepers imagine making saves during a penalty shootout can boost confidence and mentally prepare them for the pressure. World Cup winning goalkeeper Emi Martinez excels in the psychological aspect of penalty kicks, engaging with the shooter, maximizing his size in the goal, and delaying the kick to make the shooter think longer are a tactic that can increase the shooter's nerves. Given the odds stacked against goalkeepers in penalty kicks, they must leverage any advantages available. To find success during penalty kicks, goalkeepers should focus on the following key points. Number 1, understand the opposition. The goalkeeper needs a basic understanding of the opposing team, including information on potential penalty kickers. This involves knowing how they kick the ball and from which position they prefer to aim for the post. Goalkeeper coaches and team data analysis assist in acquiring the knowledge. Watching at least 5 penalty kicks from each preferred penalty taker in previous games can be a useful approach. Number 2, physically dominant body language. Maintain physically dominant body language toward the penalty taker during the kick, making the goalpost appear smaller for them. The goalkeeper should be courageous and have the confidence in their ability to block most penalty kicks. The set position, a stance adopted in preparation for the next action, must strike a balance. Too low would extend reaction time, making it nearly impossible to save a shot from the top corner of the post. Number 3, observing penalty taker's foot and hip alignment. Keep a sharp eye on the direction of the penalty taker's non-kicking foot's toe during the kick, as kick direction often aligns with this toe. Some players may deceive by placing their toes oppositely. Additionally, focus on the hip alignment of penalty kickers, as it indicates the potential path of the kick. Paying attention to the hip direction just before the penalty kick can provide valuable insights. Number 4, watch the eyes of the penalty taker. Observe the penalty kicker's eyes before the kick, as they may provide clues about the direction of the kick. Some kickers may intentionally look in one direction while kicking in another. In age-based games, the eyes of the penalty kicker could be indicative of the kick direction. Number 5, target knees of the penalty kicker. Another strategy to prevent penalty kicks involves targeting the knees of the penalty kickers. For instance, if the inside of the right-footed penalty kicker's knee is open or visible to the goalkeeper before the kick, they may likely aim to the goalkeeper's left side. Conversely, if the kicker's knee is straight or patella kneecap toward at the goalkeeper, the kick may be directed to the goalkeeper's right side. The goalkeeper needs to make a quick decision upon observing the knee, requiring heightened attentiveness and focus in every moment. The process is reversed for left-footed penalty kickers. Goalkeepers engage in daily video assessments, closely monitoring penalty kickers to understand the strategies employed during penalty kicks. Penalty saving is an art that demands physical ability, psychological strength, and strategic thinking. By preparing both physically and mentally and adopting a strategic approach, goalkeepers enhance their chances of saving a penalty during a shootout. Confidence and focus under pressure, coupled with readiness for the unexpected, are key elements in achieving success. If you enjoyed this video, check out our next video on your screen to see something just as amazing as this.